billion loan from the United Arab Emirates. And I believe the second part of the question is asking for an update on the IMF's review. That's just been answered by the governor. Stella Swake from Standard Investment Bank asks, government security rates remain high, especially in primary auctions. How does the CBK plan to lower these rates amid elevated borrowing needs? And finally, from this batch, David Herbling from Bloomberg News, who's asking, does the Central Bank of Kenya have any plans to set term limits for bank chief executive officers?
I think on the question from George Obulutsa, I think on the issue of the IMF review, I think I've already provided an answer to that. I think on the issue of the UAE, discussions have been held with Treasury, between Treasury and the UAE. It's at the moment, I think we are finalizing with the issues to do with the IMF. I know there is little scope for additional commercial financing, but these are discussions that the Treasury will continue to have with them, broadly speaking, with other external creditors, to see how we can not only finance the budget deficit, but also reduce Treasury recourse to domestic borrowing. And that leads to the second question by Stella Swake on how does the CBK plan to lower these interest rates amid elevated borrowing needs. I think that is part of the solution is the reducing government recourse to domestic borrowing. As I said already, the budget, the supplementary budget that has been submitted to Parliament this year has already reduced domestic borrowing to 413 billion. Last year it was close to 600 billion. So we are reducing recourse by the Treasury to domestic borrowing by almost 200 billion. So I do believe that that reduction should have a positive impact on reducing domestic the interest rates on government securities. Mr. Hubling asked about setting term limits for bank CEOs. I think that issue has not been, we have not discussed that issue.
All right, thank you. The last set of questions, we begin with Brian Goge from